If you do end up enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe, as only 0.4% of you are currently subscribed. Yo, what is up guys, Pandemonium here and welcome back to yet another video on Ni No Kuni 2. We are back, we're about to listen to what Roland has to say about his betrayal to the kingdom. I'm sorry Evan, I put you through a lot. We were so worried about you Roland, but you're back now, the most important thing.
That cheek!
Leander told us what you've been and what you're up to. Crikey, you don't have love to madcap Jaunt. Least you could have done is invite me along for the ride. Look, I want to apologize. If I didn't have to trick you all, I wouldn't have done it. I'm sorry.
Flippin' heck!
You had all of us going, you horrible man. I think we still believed in you somewhere deep down. Did my gifts prove useful in the end?
Sure.
Lockpicking bugs, frog pills. You've shown how to keep things interesting. Here's what made it all worthwhile.
Golly! Uh-huh.
Now you can open the King's Way and get back into Ding Dong Dell without having to go through all the soldiers. Mousinger was desperate to find it too, just like I thought he would be. It might be just a bargaining chip we need to get him to sign a declaration.
And so at last the hour had come for Evan to return to Ding Dong Dell and convince King Mousinger to sign the Declaration of Interdependence. Bright-eyed, yet heavy-hearted, he prepared to take the final steps of the journey he had begun, what now seemed a lifetime ago. It was time to bring his dream of a united world one step closer to reality.
Weird child. Yep.
Did my father and Mousinger hate each other?
No, they were friends.
Sometimes it's just not possible for people to stay friends. Sometimes the circumstances just won't allow it.
I can't believe that father would have hated someone or been suspicious of them simply because of their species.
Racism.
But then, why else would Mousinger do what he did?
Because it's greedy.
I suppose he was afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
That the great man he dedicated his life to was using him and would one day cast him aside. Think about it. What could be more frightening than being discarded by someone you love? Not that I know all the details, of course.
Right.
Who is he? I need to know who said the child is. Yes, you can see that correctly. I've played 15 hours of this game, nearly 16 now. Everyone, there's something to talk to you about. Before we ask no doubt to sign a declaration, we need to know how its people are faring under Mousinger's rule. I should also like to know what they thought of my father. Perhaps they might be able to help me understand why he was murdered. I never once considered their thoughts or feelings when I was their ruler. It's high time that I found out what they truly think. Not bad. Not bad for.
Chapter 8. Land of My Fathers.
Chapter 8.
Alright.
Alright, let me run you through how we're going to infiltrate Ding Dong Dell. Across on the map, marks the areas where their troops are most heavily concentrated. As you can see, a direct approach via the river would be suicidal. There's no way we'd get close without being spotted. So we'll use the zipline to take us over the river and set us down someplace quieter. From there, we make our way via heavy guarded areas the least heavily guarded areas to the entrance to the Kingsway. It's a good thing Zib gave us the old girl, huh? She's quiet as a mouse, even with the engine full ahead. Which is not to say that caution will not be required. We cannot take the risk of flying too close to the city. A roundabout approach will still be required. Doesn't look like it. This would be straight in, no messing job by the sounds of it. Alright, let's make ready to leave. Indeed, let's. Yeah, let's go to the Zeppelin and let's head to Ding Dong Dell. Where we're landing, like here. Everything's rather high levels here. Alright, Ding Dong Dell. So if we put the matches here.
Tidy.
Alright, Kingsway, here we come. Ding Dong Dell. It's a bit different to what I remember, but obviously the first game was set a long time before this.
Wow.
So this is Ding Dong Dell, huh? It's like something out of a picture book. Feels different from when I was last here.
Well,
The town appears peaceful, and yet one cannot help but notice a distinct lack of Grimalkin. They've all jumped ship, set sail for safer shores. I should wonder. Unlikely Mouse has had the citizenry under close scrutiny ever since the coup. If they didn't get away fast, they didn't get away at all. I heard they'd all been moved to some kind of underground slum somewhere, although I don't know much more than that.
Blimey.
That sounds miserable.
All right.
Well, if there are no Grimalkin left to speak with, we shall have to see what the mice and rats have to tell us. Only if you and Roland will agree not to remove your hoods. You're both too well known here for your comfort, okay? It's not exactly the world's best disguise, but I guess I'll have to do it for now. Hey, less of you complaining, it was best we could rustle up at short notice. That is true. Let's have a little wander around, shall we? We mustn't go any closer. Oh well, rip. It's like Assassin's Creed all of a sudden.
if I may be so bold.
It says to see that mouse and gorilla is no unwelcome thing for majority of the mouse kind. And why would it be? They're finally getting preferential treatment after all these years. So let me see if I've got this straight. It used to be the mice and rats who were discriminated against, but now tables have turned and Grimalkin are on the receiving end. It seems so. Tit for tat. Folks are never so different, so they're the same. Never knew that things were so hard for mousekind. I knew something about my people, nothing at all. I knew nothing about my people, nothing at all. And I think I called myself their king. I'd like to hear what the Grimalkin have to say for themselves, but there aren't exactly many around to ask. Well, now look at this gang of idlers. You're not busy, give me a hand. Come here, will you? Sure, log on. Looks like it's something that'll help with. So, you were listening, were you? That must mean you're keen to help. How lovely of you. Don't be shy now. Here you go. Sardine sandwich. What's this? Why? It's one of my famous sardine sandwiches, of course. I need to deliver to Remark Court. Okay. He's a cat fellow, black, with a long tail. You can't miss him. He's always waggling it about the place. He's paid a receipt to give him the package.
Yeah.
That's fine, I'll do that. Hey, bird. Well, that's a long black tail. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Shadow by any chance, would you? I wasn't doing it, I promise. Have mercy on an honest Grimalkin.
Howdy do.
Nothing to panic part, we're just the sardine sandwich delivery boys, ain't it?
Whoa!
Sandwich for me? Yes, Crumbles asked us to give it to you.
Oh,
I thought those awful soldiers had caught up with me.
thanks.
Thanks ever so much. You're welcome, mate. I wanted to ask you something. How are things for Grimalkin and Ding Dell these days? Visitors from abroad, eh? We don't see many of you a lot lately. What with the borders being closed down and everything. Things have been more than a little rough for we cat folk ever since Marsinger took over. Why, I was only buying a sardine sandwich and those soldiers started looking at me askance. I had no choice but to run, really. So you came and hid here without even taking what you bought with you?
Yep.
Of course I did. We've been chased out of our homes, driven into the slums. They've even posted soldiers at the sewer entrance to watch our comings and goings. We only risk coming out for food, but it's not worth getting.
Golly.
So that's why I don't know if Margaret's in town anymore. Well, I really... Anyway, I can't stand around here talking to you. These soldiers could be along any minute.
Goodbye.
Nice to meet you. Perhaps I'll see you another time. Bye.
Crikey.
Crikey, I suppose we'd better get back to old Crumbles.
Welcome.
Welcome back, my lovelies. Did you carry out my little errand? Wasn't that lovely of you? Ever so sorry to impose upon you like that. No, I'd said I'd give you a little reward, didn't I? So here you go. Cheers, love. We just had one of those. Yeah, complaining once you've had a bite, my dear. Sardine sandwiches are the best in the land. You'll be back for more before long, you'll see.
That cheek.
Said the Grimalkin are all living in underground slums. There are guards posted at the entrance. Shadow said it was the old sewers, didn't he? And if you made it out, there must be a way down. Imagine being trapped down there like that. Must be like being in prison. We cannot risk being spotted by the guards. If we are to visit the slums, we must make our way there undetected. Alright, come on. So we'll do this in the next episode. So we're going to tackle the slums in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe down below, and I shall see you on tomorrow's episode. Thank you and goodbye.